Alright, today's video we've got a new trailer for the new Ashen Iron Major Update. We have now got a trailer for it. I'm glad they released this earlier than the last day of the week for when it would come out, because they love to do that, so it's nice to see it early, but unfortunately, truthfully, there's nothing really interesting me that much in this trailer. There's a couple of weapons are, and the rest just ain't. We're gonna watch it anyways and go over it, because why not? So here we go.
The Conductor's forces are rampant in the Plaguelands. We're sending you in to investigate and take action. Be ready for anything.
To the next assault point. Make every shot count, my friend. It's good to carry a gun. Better to have guns carry you.
Stay in the fight. We're almost home.
Okay, so we're gonna mute that. We're gonna go right off the bat here, and we see the Plaguelands. Looks nice. Actually, honestly, looks the same pretty much as D1, but it is a little brighter, so that's kind of nice because there were parts of it that were really dark and hard to see. So it's nice to see a little bit more brightness. But either way, I still like the Plaguelands. I think this is cool they brought this back. We do see at a point with the Sparrow driving through and stuff, we do see Siva. So yeah. Bungie, I guess, finally added Siva back, except, surprise, surprise to no one, it's dead. So as we see here, that's Siva wrapping around stuff. It's kind of weird because the red strands look alive still, but then the stuff here looks dead. So it still looks like it's half alive and half dead. I don't know, that's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with that, but are we glad he was back in the game? Yes. Are we sad that, like, we figured we weren't getting any weapons for it? Obviously, 100%. Sadly, it appears we're not going to get Siva weapons. Personally, I think that's disappointing. The fact they actually left Siva in the game, in the new stuff, which according to them, they have to completely make from scratch, and they put Siva in, but they didn't give us Siva weapons, is mental to me. And you're probably wondering, well, we don't know what the Battle Pass exotic is. We don't know what the exotic is for the exotic mission. We actually do, because there's only two exotics, new exotics, and we know that for a fact. And we know which ones from this trailer are the two exotics that we're getting, because it's very obvious. So they're cool looking, but unfortunately they're not Siva, which is disappointing in my eyes, and I think everyone's eyes. Why, according to Bungie, they have to pull it from scrap and remake it from scratch. Why would you bother putting Siva in if you're just not going to give us Siva weapons? I'm just saying. It's really stupid at this point, because now it's just a complete tease, and the community's not going to be happy about that. Personally, I'm not. But whatever, you know, it is what it is. Nobody expected Siva coming back. So, Bungie just proved they still don't listen to the community after 7+ years of Destiny 2. We see the mission here. There's definitely some mission effects here. I'm not sure if it's going to be like a world area or it's going to be an actual activity or something that spawns different areas. I don't know. We don't know. But it's Cabal for sure, which they're, weirdly enough, the Cabal are affected by the commander, or not commander, the whatever her name is. Sundarash? I don't know why. I don't know why that is. But anyways, as we see for the first exotic, this is definitely an exotic. It appears to be an exotic rocket pulse rifle. It is Strand, which we just got a Strand Rocket Pulse that was legendary, so giving us an exotic one right afterwards is kind of dumb. Like, if they would have given us any other element, maybe, but they gave us an exotic one. Though it does look like it creates some nanites very easily, so maybe potential here. Obviously, we don't get a lot of time with it, but we do see... we do see them using it. It causes nanites or something, or the little strand unraveling or something. I don't know, just strand effect. We see a legendary rocket, which we already saw was supposed to be out. Bungie said they were bringing it out later, so officially they brought it out. I'm honestly curious about this rocket pulse, though. Because honestly, that's probably the best thing there is here. So, we'll see. We don't get to see what it does when he reloads it to change what it is. We don't know. We don't get to see the effect unless that's what the effect was that we saw and it was just reloading back to normal mode. I don't know. It is obviously an exotic though, because right away the fact it has an alternate fire mode tells you it's an exotic. So we'll see. We'll see if it's any good. Hopefully it's got some good perks. We got a new ship, it looks like, which this ship looks kind of sick. It's very slick looking, so I like that. We got new Cabal, or not new Cabal, I guess, but more Cabal. So we see the Hunter do the Radiant effect, we see the Warlock do its healing, and then the Titans does its Slide Uppercut, Consecration. Am I tripping, though, or is this a new effect? Am I tripping? Is that just the ignition going off? Because that ignition looks huge, if that's ignition. Like, look how big that is. Am I tripping? But that literally covers... That's a huge area. Like, you don't realize how big that is, but look at the shockwave. Are we getting exotic armor pieces? I didn't think we were getting any exotics until Renegades, but are we actually going to get new exotic armor pieces? Because currently, the ones we got from Edge of Fate were kind of trash. So, hopefully they're better ones, but I don't think we were getting them. They don't talk about it anywhere. But, we definitely see some sort of effect that is ridiculously big. Did they buff it or something? Look at this. It just ignites, but then it's a huge explosion. I don't know if that's just because they were doing test servers or something and they forgot to dial it down. But we'll see. I highly doubt we're getting armor since they haven't talked about it, but that is really crazy either way. Dungeon layers, I'm going to tell you right now, do not be excited for them. They are trash. According to what they said in the TWID, basically they're taking a single encounter from 3 different dungeons, which is Grass... No, not Grass, sorry. It's from... gosh, what's it called? Heresy? Pit of Heresy or whatever. It's the Pit, it's the Duality, and it's Warlords. They're taking an encounter from each, and I don't know if they're putting them together or if just in general you click on 3 different ones. I think it's 3 different ones and just 1 encounter from each. But it sucks because they're not updating the dungeon weapons at all. It is only going to drop Pinnacle stuff for Pinnacle gear. That drops from Pinnacle, not the rate or the dungeon stuff. No, you can get the dungeon stuff from these for the first like couple weeks. They said or something from the TWID. We'll make a video tomorrow on the TWID talks about it. But yeah, as a whole, that's really stupid. Why bring the dungeons out if you're not gonna put dungeon weapons in them permanently and update those weapons to new tier? Because surprise, surprise to no one, those weapons aren't getting updated. They're still the old system according to the TWID. So what the fuck? I do not understand what the point of these are. Doing 1 encounter in a dungeon is stupid if it's not going to give you the weapons from the dungeon. No one's going to do these. I don't get it. So, yeah, dungeon layers are trash. I say Duality, Pit, Heresy, and Warlord's Rune. So, I don't know what Bungie's thinking. I really don't. Flip Bungie, I do curious what this is, though. This kind of reminds me of, Wrath vibes, not the Wrath location, but like the vibes of like the stuff and material here. It does look like that's Siva. So there appears to be Siva going in here. It's not Wrath's location. I'm aware of that. No one's trying to say that. I was saying it's Siva, and Siva's going into this thing. Is this going to be the exotic mission interest? Because we got a new exotic mission called Warsat Heist. Fortunately, it looks cool. Like, I'll actually say it looks cool. Which, that Rocket Pulse that we saw that was going to be exotic could come from here, but I think that's going to be the Battle Pass one because of what we'll see here in a second. Actually, wait, did we already see it and I'm just dumb? We might have already seen it. Hold up. There's a moment when you see a crossbow, and it's definitely an exotic one, without a doubt. I don't think it was here. Okay, I think it's farther in. We just had to make sure so we don't miss it, but... So yeah, new exotic mission. It does look cool. It looks like a hectic place. I don't know what it's going to be like, obviously, but it does look fun. You definitely seem to get Scion balls, the Scions of Invincibility thing, which is kind of dope. That is a new Waveframe grenade launcher. It looks sick. I won't lie, it does look cool. It's Void, which is also nice. We got the rocket. Call to Arms event. We're going to have a Call to Arms event. Might Mini Tools coming back. Supposedly there's supposed to be more Might Mini Tool weapons, so we'll see. We got a new shotgun that looks sick. I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be another lightweight one because it looks like it, but it looks sick either way. We've got Drang, but for some reason, is this Drang? What is this? This can't be Drang, right? Because they're shooting it super slow. Is that a rocket pulse or something that just has the Drang effect? Or not rocket pulse, sorry, rocket sidearm? Because that's shooting really slow. So yeah, I don't think that's Drang. I think that's a rocket pulse. We got a shotgun there. I think it's a shotgun. It looked, wait, is it a slug? Is it actually a slug? Hold up. What's going on with that hunter? First off, why is that hunter tripping out? That's trippy. Is that a slug? Because he just headshot him. Yeah, he just one-tap headshot him. What? Is that a slug? I'm so confused. New weapons. We got an SMG. It looks sick. I won't lie. I do like this SMG. It looks hectic. There's Drang. And there's the crossbow we were talking about. It is Stasis. This is more than likely going to be the exotic. Because look at it. Just look at it. It's Fallen themed-ish, kind of. And it's Stasis. And it looks completely more detailed and more hectic looking. So, it's definitely a crossbow. I'm pretty sure it's the exotic. It has to be. If it's not an exotic and this is a legendary, well then we don't know what the exotic is from the exotic mission. Maybe they are adding Siva. But there's just no way this isn't the exotic. Look how detailed it looks. Look how crazy it looks. Yeah, I know it's plain and simple looking, but look at it compared to everything else in the game. Exotics always stand out. And this looks like an exotic. Plus it's Stasis, so that's cool. So we'll see what I can do. Here's something that's cool. This is actually probably the craziest thing in the entire thing. You can walk in fallen walkers. The brigs, the fallen brigs. You can find, not walkers, sorry, brigs. You can walk in the fallen brigs. That's sick. You can run around in them. That's kind of cool. Because we obviously got the PvP mode, now we have PvE. We do have this axe is obviously a relic. Some people online were trying to say it's a weapon. I'm telling you right now, this is not a weapon. You can tell by the way it forms and stuff. Literally, look at it. When it comes in, like it spawns in, it is very obvious. That is a relic. It kind of reminds me of the axe, the battle axe from the D1 missions and stuff for the Rise of Iron. I forgot what it's called, the Young Wolf thing or whatever it is. I don't know. So it is cool. I do like it, but it is a relic, so sadly it means it's useless. That's how I'm always going to say it, because relics suck, period. They never have a use past a certain point. And even then, they're not really worth picking up. Your guns and abilities will do way more. So, sadly. But it does look sick, so I'll give them that, but it's pointless. It does have some sort of effect going around it, which kind of is interesting. It kind of looks Taken-y or something. I don't know. It looks cool, though, either way. See, look at this little effect. It's like a Taken energy or something. It kind of reminds me of, like, Siva effects. It's not Siva, but it's like the, what is it? Not Siva. The War Mind effect. It's the War Mind effect with the, with Taken or something? I don't know. It's really weird looking. I really wish this was a weapon. We could be wrong. This could end up being the exotic weapon, but the way it spawns in when they have it out, to me that just states it's a relic. Which is sad. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty sad. But the fact they also... This is what blows my mind. If this is a relic, why are they putting it here? Why are they putting it on the screen where it should be showing new weapons? And it should be showing new exotics and new stuff, and all they show is the legendary SMG, an auto of some sort, and then the relic. So either this relic is not a relic, it is a weapon, or Bungie's literally just trying their best to make people happy about relics. And that's never going to happen because nobody gives a shit about relics. No one ever has given a shit about them, no matter what they look like. The Scythe is the coolest one out of all of them, but no one cares to use any of them because they're useless. They don't scale with damage. They don't scale with light level. They don't scale with activities. They're the same thing. That's why they suck. So Bungie just needs to fix that, and also just stop giving us. Just give us an axe. Just straight up give us a new melee weapon that's an axe. That'd be sick. Everyone would love that, Bungie. Like, why aren't we doing that? And if it is one, awesome, finally. But it's the only thing, other than the Brig thing, that's cool. So, as a whole, not that interesting. Nothing in this trailer really screams to me, oh, this is worth going back and playing Destiny 2 with. We'll obviously play it. We'll obviously get the new exotic stuff, however it works. But as a whole, Destiny Rising is looking better and better every day. Every day. So Bungie, you didn't do anything here. This pulse does look cool, but we got a Strand Rocket Pulse already. It should have been some other element, personally. If it was going to give us an exotic one, it's kind of stupid just to give us another Strand one. We got a legendary one, why give us the same one for exotic? That's just dumb in my opinion, but whatever. I don't know. As a whole, nothing really screams here, oh my god, I have to have it. The only thing I'm curious about here is really this. Because the Siva seems to be going into this tunnel. I assume this is exotic mission entrance, since they literally go to Warsat Heist right afterwards. But that means this ain't even Siva related, this is Warmind related. And Warmind's dead, I thought, so why are we even doing stuff like this still? But whatever. I don't know. This is not entertaining at all, in my opinion. Nothing looks crazy or cool. It's like, oh my god, I have to play it. So, I'm very disappointed in this. If it turns out that the exotic crossbow is not an exotic crossbow, and it is some other weapon that's an exotic, sweet. I guess. I mean, I don't mind the exotic crossbow, but honestly, the exotic, I'm pretty sure it's the crossbow. It just looks like exotic. It just makes the most sense. Though it's really weird that they don't show the weapon. Usually they show the exotic off in the exotic mission trailer. The fact there's nothing here is really mind-boggling to me. That's like I think the first time ever they've showed off an exotic mission trailer and not showed the weapon in the exotic mission trailer. So, that's concerning. I don't know why they didn't do that. Unless it really is a Siva weapon, which would be insane. I mean, honestly, legitimately, if it was a Siva weapon, I think it'd be worth playing. Even if it was one single flippin' weapon, I think it'd be worth playing. But I don't see it. I feel like Bungie would have showed that off because they know people want Siva. They know it, and yet they don't give it. So, as a whole, honestly, this trailer doesn't look cool at all. I know some people have been hyping it up and stuff, but I'm sorry, nothing in here looks cool. Nothing. The mission, the new mission or whatever activity doesn't look crazy. It looks simple. It's literally shoot a thing and continue shooting things. There's no uniqueness to it. It's literally like every Portal activity is right now for solo ops. Shoot some things, shoot some more things, and you're done. So, don't really see anything crazy. The weapons aren't really that interesting. The exotic pulse, rocket pulse looks cool, but and the exotic crossbow, if it is exotic, looks cool. And if it's not, it's still a crossbow. It looks cool, so I like crossbows, so I'll probably try to get a god roll for it. If it's not exotic, if it is exotic, I'll do whatever for it. But, unfortunately, it's just sad. I'm really disappointed in Bungie. I really wish they would have given us Siva like crazy. This was the time to shine. They literally talk about all these negatives and have had constant failures from one TWID to one information set to another, and then we come here and it's just another failure. I'm convinced at this point Bungie wants Destiny 2 to crash and burn so that way they can try to make Marathon better, I guess. I don't know. That's a joke, but also serious. Why are you failing, Bungie? Anyways, that's the video. I don't really think it's great. So anyways, enjoy the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you think I'm wrong and I'm crazy, well, let me know. If you think I'm right, let me know as well. Thanks for watching. Adios. We gone. Bye.